Hi. I was on my way to having some personal health issues. So I was on my way to the doctor emergency room. That's where I'm at. I don't know if you can see. You can see that. But I was like looking around, and I've actually gone vegan again. I've been strictly vegan for the past week, and I can feel my vibration rising, and it's this experience going back down in vibration and then coming back up. It's kind of given me some new perspectives on some things. Especially with the schizophrenia deal. And what I'm noticing is the signs and messages that start coming through to a schizophrenic brain it can be, when it first happens, it's almost like remotely, and I know that this is true, that remotely this ability, sickness or whatever, is turned on, and all of a sudden your thoughts are foreign, and you know that they're foreign because they're not your thoughts. Some of your thoughts are actually your guides. Some of them are, your subconscious. Some of them are your soul speaking to you, or whatever. Ancestors you can hear. You can actually even overhear, eavesdrop, I've heard, on conversations that you're not supposed to be hearing. Which I'm just like, wow, that would be, and I think that's a lot happening to me. But I'm starting to actually hear that more, as far as the voices go. I'm starting to actually hear them more clearly. So the higher you go in your vibration, the more that actually comes through. And the DNA, the video I posted about from human to superhuman, the DNA recoding, that's really what's going to be key in harnessing this ability and changing it from a sickness to an ability. And when I was driving, I was looking at these license plates that were in front of me that all have synchronicities. They have special meanings to me. Compared to like that, in conjunction with the thoughts that are going through my head, what I'm going through on a personal level in my life, in my awakening journey. And it's all been an awakening. I've been going through, I think, several dark nights of the soul, just right one after the other. And what that is just, it's actually psychosis, psychosis, abnormal condition of the soul. So I figure that's dark night of the soul is what psychosis is because those messages start coming through and it can be so intense that when it's just those messages get stuck and you don't know what to do with it. You're like, oh my God, what, because you'll see a car go by and it'll get in front of you and you're like, what the hell? Then you just notice the type of car it is, navigator or pilot, and that does something to you. You're like, pilot, could I be a pilot on another planet somewhere? Could I be a pilot on another dimension? Because we're multidimensional. And when we start tapping into that multidimensionality, is that a word? When you start tapping into your true power, we're in a part of our society, a time where we're starting to figure out that we're not sick. That this is, the cabal has been trying to hold us back. Well, back to what I was saying, okay, so you see a a certain license plate on a particular type of car that sparks a thought in your head, a new school of thought in your head. And then compared to that, okay, then you have that thought, and then all of a sudden you look over at the right time to see 11:11 or 30:33, and then you look over, you have another thought like, that was weird. And then something comes on the radio that goes in, that brings up another thing added to that, and it's like layer upon layer upon layer. That's what psychosis really is. These messages that come through, and we're like, what the fuck? And it just can be so intense and overwhelming that we don't have any fucking clue on how to deal with it. So we don't really know where to go with it, and it can really honestly, I mean, I was sitting here listening to, my mom listens to opera music, and for once, here lately, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just going to listen to it, because I can see this is a little blurry, so if that is, I apologize, but I'm just like, let's crank that. And I was like, man, this is recalibrating my brain. Well, where did that thought come from? And I'm so sensitive to the words in songs. I mean, words literally recode your DNA. They literally recode it. So all of the, the songs out there, some of this shit, man, we don't even know what's going on. We're like in a little fishbowl here. So I want to end this with, just saying that I know what it's like when it becomes so intense, and it's a gift, and I say it's a gift, but man, it's a fucking hard gift to learn how to handle when you've got everybody telling you, hey, you're sick, let's go ahead and put you on some medicine, let's go ahead and commit you, because, man, you're not a mermaid, really, this is the only life there is. There's no other reality. And when we die, we might go to hell. What? I don't fucking think so. So I know how it is. I know how intense it can be. And when you get to the point where you're so overwhelmed that you can't hardly stand it, and you're like, well, maybe it would be better to be on medicine if this is how it's gonna fucking be, then just do like I did the other day. I went to the park. It was a little cold, but I found myself a little bench that was kind of hidden, and I was surrounded by trees. I was surrounded by nature, and I immediately closed my eyes when I sat down, and I could feel the sun coming down on me, and I could hear the wind. And I just took some deep breaths, and I was crying. And then when I opened my eyes, a little squirrel was just sitting across from me, looking at me. And we had a moment, and I could feel the love vibration from that being, because they have souls too, man. We're not alone in this universe. We are not alone out there. Don't let anybody tell you that you're alone and that you're, this is all there is, because that's bullshit. So just get out into nature, take your shoes off, dig your feet down into the dirt. Who cares if it's cold for a little while? You can always put your socks and shoes back on. But just try to remember that these times are so intense for everybody right now, and you're not alone. And I'm going to leave you with this little ditty. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is the synchronicity, and I took a picture of it, that I got. And I have a thing with a number 9. I'm just going to tell y'all, because I was 19 when I had my kid. 9 days from my birthday. She was born in 99, and it's just, I'm not going to, go all out there, but just look at this. I hope y'all can see that. The mileage 199888. When I got in the car, it was, hold on, can y'all see that? I hope you can. It's okay, so the tripometer is 2119 and the odometer is 199888. So I'm like, and I'm up here hopefully about to find out that I don't have ovarian cancer. So I don't know, I'm having a lot of pain right now, but I know that I'm on the right track. That's intense seeing that, you know, because of the synchronicity can be very intense, but that's your guide